Hi guys, how
Hi.
are you?
See ya.
I know, nice to see you, my Tony friend. Um, but to start, I really love this friendship because I love that they're having these very real like friendship back and forth where they're trying to get advice from each other. And then you just have a man in the background who is kind of like being a voice of reason when he's playing a video game. And so you don't quite know if he heard everything. For you guys, when you're filming those scenes and there's like you have to really make that friendship come to life in such a beautiful way. How much fun is it when you get to have like the kind of turn to just like the outside source talking?
I mean, when it's Andre Highland, it's really fun
Yeah.
all the time. He is so funny and so brilliant, and it was honestly the hardest part about it was trying not to break because often he would improv those lines and the stuff he would come up with was so crazy and hilarious that it was difficult not to actually laugh at it.
Yeah, and Stephanie, I like having a girl have to do the phone calls that we always see guys in media having to do, where they're like, "Oh, I have to call my ex people I've slept with to tell them something." But I love that it's because they're gonna die. I just think that's very funny when you're playing this character who has to constantly have uncomfortable conversations and is trying to remember all of these guys and what they ended on. What for you is the most fun about like, the little moments like trying to tell the guy through the little box and with the plexiglass and things like that?
I mean, it is just such a wild premise. I think honestly, there's something about the premise and the sheer like a plethora of X's that every time you're in a new setting, you're like, wow, this character is really gonna have to figure out a different way to communicate it to this person that maybe she barely even remembers. So in a way, like circumstantially, as an actor, you get to just readapt to so many different environments and get I mean, that was also, yeah, that was one of my favorite things, honestly. It was like getting to be there every day and feeling everybody else's energy and what sorts of ideas and joy they were bringing to the table and getting to be in support of that as well was so fun. Yeah, even if they were going to die.
Even if every man has to die. But I also love the use of guest stars. I was like, well, I can't think of the word guest star. But like I love that Josh Segarra's in this, even though rest in peace to my king. And I love, John Early later, and you guys just have all of these people pop up. But when you guys get to be in every episode with them and you're part of this main cast, how is it when with a show like this where you have these guest stars come in, the whole audience has to interact with them, and then just like moving on to the next one episode by episode?
I mean, we got so incredibly lucky. Stephanie and Notch and Sally and all the producers, I would sometimes come up to monitor in between takes and they would be discussing who they were going to try and get. And it was just, I was always like, wait, seriously? I mean, there were so many incredible people that came to play on this show. And I think it can be tough when you are the through line of a show and you have people come in. I think it's tough for both individuals. I think it's often for the people who are there, people who come in because they kind of have to figure out a crash course in the tone and the vibe on set. And you're trying to, make magic with these people who are only there for a brief period of time. But we just got so incredibly lucky with the people who came to play, and they were all so amazing and so prepared and so down to do just that, to play. And I mean, I just loved every second of it.
It was really special to get, it was like speed dating in a way, which is ironic.
Yes.
Has speed dating to the end, to the death. But also it was really fun to see everybody kind of want to show their funny side. And like, you know, people like Simu, for example, who I know is very funny, but everybody knows him as a superhero. And for him to get to like show up in khakis and be like
He was so funny.
so down to play, so down to clown.
Or Mamadou.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love that. I have a very dumb last question, but it made me the first episode. I love that she's singing Graceland in this car with people who are like mourning. Because I was like, well, yeah, Stephanie can sing. I know that, but also just like fine, girl. But if you guys had to be like uncomfortably in a car, what song would you want on the radio to sing along to?
Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is it's kind of like a karaoke question in a way, but I wouldn't do this in karaoke because it's a duet. But I do know every single word to Usher and Alicia Keys's My Boo. Like every riff, every inflection. So I could really send it.
I'm gonna make you sing that for me later.
Okay.
Can I say no song? Like, I think I would choose silence.
Want the silence?
I think I just would choose.
She's a good person.
No, I just like want this. I just want to like die slowly inside of myself while not having, because I feel like when you offer up song, you're like still having to interface with people, even if maybe they're not joining you. And I think I just want to like, yeah, like I just want to fully disassociate.
Good.
Is that allowed?
I love both of those, My Boo and Silence.
And silence.
Yeah.
There you go.
A duet and no song.
I cannot wait for
So
everyone to
much.
see the lead. I think it's so much fun. And thank you guys for talking with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.